Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jay. Thanks for tuning in. We're gonna go over all the stuff that we did since last week. We've got a lot of stuff that we've done. You can see the fireplace behind me is complete, which is great. We also got some work done in the kitchen. We've smoothed out some of the walls. We got some painting done, cleaned up the floors. So we're gonna take you right into that right now. Let's get going. All right, y'all, we are now in the kitchen. As you guys can see, we have a lot of the work that's been done. We finally got our backsplash tile in. I think it turned out pretty good. This is just a really simple tile that we picked up at a big box store. This one, I believe, is around $1 and change a square foot, which is a really great price. I think your average price, you're probably looking at around $4.99 a square foot. So $1 and change is like fantastic. So in addition to that, we actually have these brackets up here, which are gonna house our floating shelves. Now, these floating shelves are great because they're a low-cost solution to having to do upper cabinets. Once I put these guys in, we'll put all our dishes on top of them, glasses, wine. We could actually even screw on the bottom of them little hooks. So you can put like mugs and stuff. Sometimes you can use them for hanging pots and pans if they're a little bit taller up, but they're just a really great solution. And you just can very easily find dishes if you have people who are staying that are short-term guests or even family. Really easily, you can see right up here, grab it down, you have what you need. So you could also see our wood butcher block has been put in. We still need to finish it with a surface finisher just because right now this is really susceptible to spills and stains. It can really mess up your cabinets, but I do think it turned out pretty good. We have a microwave and our cabinets in place. We got these really cheap. So they actually had a sale at Home Depot for some cabinets that they're tossing out. Well, not tossing out, but discontinuing. So I managed to pick up each one of these boxes for around 70 bucks a piece. Phenomenal price. Then I got a microwave because we need one for the space, and also because the store that I got it from is offering really amazing discounts. I believe this microwave was about $200, so great price. And you guys can see it, the kitchen's really starting to come together. So we're gonna zap you around the other room and show you what that looks like. We're now inside the main bedroom and we have all the floors finally ripped up, all the paper. So what you're getting at now is an actual look at the original floors and the original stain that was put on them. Now I would love to do a full sand around the house, put some new stain down, but it's gonna be pretty costly. And again, because this is a rental, we're gonna try to save as much money as we can. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna prep all our floors, we're gonna get it cleaned up, really nice and neat. We'll mop it down. If there's some areas that are a little discolored, we'll get a new stain on top of them. But I do think regardless, the floors still look pretty fantastic. So that's as far as what's happening with the floor. If we swing on over here, show you guys, we have our door in place. If you guys remember, the previous door, really old, had a lot of deterioration to it. So we got our fully impact door here, which is great about impact. So it's gonna help with insurance, and it's also gonna help mitigate against any kind of storm and wind damage that you might have in case something were to hit the door. So it's great, everything has been installed. We have all of our wood that's been finished off, all of our mud and taped. We still need to get our casing on top of this. So the casing is gonna be the trim work that goes around it. Just gonna make it look a little bit more finished, but even if we didn't, I do think it looks pretty awesome as is. So another thing we're gonna do, we're gonna clean up the floor. We gotta finish getting, cause you can see like the gap in between the wood here needs to be addressed. But I do think as far as the door is concerned and what you're looking at, it actually looks really good. So let's swing around, show you a couple more spaces before we head out. We're now inside the second bedroom. Now, what I love about this space is this is probably one of the closest spaces being finished. You guys can see the floors have been cleaned up for the most part. This will have to do a secondary clean before we get all the furniture in here, but I do think it's looking pretty good. We have the closet walls all finished. Now, we did save those mirror doors that I originally said I hated, which I still hate, but because we are trying to save some money, we're actually gonna be saving them, and also because of the fact that it was really difficult to find something for this exact opening. It's not a standard size opening, so those mirror doors are actually custom. So we're gonna save them, we're gonna reinstall them, we're gonna get a new track system in here, get our furniture in, and this room is a wrap. So look forward to it on the next episode. Just wait. All All right, we have our fireplace finished. I love the way it's turned out. So this tile was actually pretty expensive. This one was around $15 a square foot, which is really expensive, but because it's not very much of it, I decided to go with it anyway because I really wanted to add some pizzazz to the house, considering everything is just white. So having a little bit of glam or something a little bit more upscale, I think is just gonna help elevate the space a little bit more. So what we did for the rest of it, you guys can see it here. All this is just some stucco. We had some stucco finish along the bottom. If you guys remember in the previous episodes, it was all open. So what we did, we added some framing around it. We had some plywood that was put down, and then our cement board. And after our cement board, we essentially just stuccoed it on top of it. That's what helped give us this nice smooth finish. And then what we're gonna do once all of it's dry, so this guy is dry, you can see this one is still a little bit wet. We're gonna get that painted and it's gonna be all black. So you're gonna have a nice black and kind of bronzy or pennies copper look for the fireplace, which I think is gonna be a really nice look. So the other thing that we're trying to figure out is what we're gonna do as far as the grout is concerned. So if you guys see here, I bought this grout and I wanted to test it. And it looks awful. It looks straight hideous, which is why I'm glad we tested it before we actually put it on here. So the problem with a lot of grout is that it has this sort of matte finish. You zoom in, I'll show you guys, right? It's like kind of matte. It just doesn't really have a lot of sheen. And with this, what's really nice about it is that it really does look like pennies, right? Pennies are really shiny. So what we're gonna actually do is find another grout. Oh, I did actually find something, which is this guy. It's a 3D grout, it's supposed to have some sparkle to it. I don't even know that I really trust it, but there is a grout that I do remember seeing, has a very glass-like texture. And I think it'll probably be the best match for this one. It's gonna be essentially clear in between all of the pennies. That way the pennies can really be accentuated. So stuff like that to me really matters, because there's no point in putting something up like this that's really beautiful and then just dumbing it down with something that's really ugly. So something we're gonna do over the next couple days is just get that in. Once that's in and it's dried, you guys are gonna see it for the next episode. Hopefully it doesn't look like crap. So just stay tuned and see what it looks like. Another thing I want to point out in the living room is what we did as far as the ceiling. So if you look up here, you guys remember we had a big patch in the ceiling. That's because originally we were going to have a bunch of our cable run through it to get to the fan that we were going to add for the living room. But again, trying to keep it low cost, trying to reduce our numbers. So we actually decided to go against the fan idea because we'd have to open up more walls and do more patching and do more painting to avoid all of that. The AC is working really amazingly. In about a year, I'm going to do another renovation where I do the floors and add another fan and all those good things. So until then, we're just like, let's just patch it up. Ceiling's been patched, which is great. If you guys look over here, we still have to get our lights in for the rest of our house. We got that one there. We have another one right here at the front door. We gotta make sure we add all those. So we do have them in stock, not even in stock, we have them in the house. So what we're gonna do over the next couple days, get all those installed. Then another thing, swing you guys around a little bit more, we actually have the vanity that's gonna go in for the bathroom. So we're gonna make sure we show you guys that in the next episode. I really haven't had too much done in the bathroom because we've been doing a lot of other spaces around the house. So you're gonna look forward on the next episode, get some more vanity stuff done, get the lights in, all that stuff. So make sure you guys tune in and make sure you guys also, oh wait, this is not the end. Why am I talking like it's the end? We have some more lights that are gonna go throughout the house. We also have our faucet. We also have some more things that we're gonna be installing. We just have a little bit of time before we get to it because we still need to do a little bit more cleanup first. So let's swing around here, show you the last one. So we have our ceiling fans. We decided to go with something that's super simple, just round, really neat. Can't wait to show you guys that. And also just the rest of the space here. Again, we're gonna be making this sort of a reading nook, maybe a little seating area. So one more thing to look forward to on top of everything else. Okay, y'all, we are now inside the bathroom. If you guys can remember from last week's episode, we had all of our tile in place and we had a lot of the grout that went in. Now that everything has been refinished, so what I did, I hired someone to come out, spray everything white. What I love about it, low-cost solution. It looks amazing, wonderful for renters. I mean, look at this tub. This tub is from the 1950s and it looks like it was from today. And that's because we had such a great guy come out to refinish them, and I've been using him for a number of years, and he always does a really good service by delivering on his product, which I love about that. So if you are someone that's in the market and you're looking for a low-cost solution, look at refinishing your tub, look at refinishing your tile. In total, I mean, look at this. You got the walls on this side, you got walls behind you guys that you can't see. There's walls inside the tub and the tub itself. In total, I think it was like $500. I mean, like, you can't beat that. You really can't. As opposed to demoing all this tile, putting up new cement board, putting up new tile on top of it, the labor, the material, everything. This would have been thousands. Instead, for $500, I got the exact same experience without having to spend all that time and money. So always think about that before you guys refinish your next bathroom. Ladies and gents, that wraps up this week's episode. Make sure y'all tune in next week. We're gonna have a little bit more done. We'll have some furniture in here, actually, which I think is gonna help make the space feel a little bit more usable and like a little bit more user-friendly. We're also gonna have a lot more stuff done. We'll get a last bit of grout done on the fireplace. We'll get a grout done on our kitchen bath tile, backsplash tile. We're also gonna get a lot of our lights in as well around the house. So a little bit of update for you guys. So if you guys haven't already, follow me here on YouTube and on Instagram at @Abrams. Remember, this is your channel for all things design and real estate. Turn on those post notifications so anytime a new video drops, you're the first one to know about it. So until next time, catch y'all later.